Today, Precarious plays
Pokémon Colosseum.
For the first time in this game, you have a decision to make that is related to your party composition.
Oh.
You now have access to 7 Pokemon, but you only have space on your team for 6. So, which ones do you want to bring?
Umbreon.
Okay. And Espeon?
Yeah.
You want both of those? Okay.
And then, who is the most purple currently?
Almost definitely Skiploom because we just got it.
Okay, Skiploom. Also, didn't Makuhita get a fighting move?
Yes.
I want him to diversify the type of moves that we have. And then you pick.
I think that you should probably take Quagsire and Misdreavus, just because I think Quilava is really close to being all the way purified anyway.
Okay, cool. Cool. Did I choose well?
I think so.
Sensei? Or senpai? No, sensei.
And Sensei.
It's sensei.
This one is Sensei.
In this case, yeah.
Is there a question that you have for me now that we're in between battles and I can answer them? Just one though. I was very careful.
Is there a way? Shit. Is there a way?
No, they didn't introduce that until they introduced Pokeblocks in one of the later games. Shit.
Oh.
Never mind. That was dumb.
Okay. Is there a way to look up information about moves while you're battling?
Oh, wait. Say no. Because I think the answer is no. And we need to check to see what Taunt does. Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
If there is a way, it's probably... Oh, hold on, no. Press no again.
Okay.
If there's a way, it's probably pressing... What is that? The Z button in battle, but I don't think that is a true thing.
What the hell is taunt?
Taunts the target into only using attack moves, but I swear that I think the turn after you use Taunt, Skiploom used Sleep Powder. So maybe it just means like you have to use moves that target like a hostile Pokemon.
Okay.
And now you can battle this person.
Look at her weird little cane. Okay, sorry. Yes.
She's slightly out of sync with the snapping. That's a real shame.
Missed opportunity there. Oh my god, please, can we keep him?
Ooh, either of these would be
Oh, I
good.
like that one too. He's really serious.
He evolves into Breloom, which is a fantastic Pokemon.
You know what's really great?
Oh, who's it gonna be?
Oh my god,
There it is.
yes! I like that one better, but I didn't want to tell you because I think Shroomish is cool too.
Well, Shroomish is okay, but Breloom is where it's at.
I love his face. Look at his face. He's so different. Oh, look at how different he is. Okay. Mooning.
Have Skiploom bash its body against Shroomish until one of them passes out.
Okay. Same thing with Quagsire. What's Amnesia do?
I think it raises special defense. Use it, and we'll see.
Uh-huh.
Wait, try pressing the Z button, just for fun. Okay, no. If there is a way, I'll look in the manual later.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the things that holds me back. If I wasn't sitting next to you on this couch, I'd basically just be, like, restarting a lot.
That might happen whenever we get to the important legendary Pokemon. The only 2 Pokemon that I I recall being like critical to the way that I played this game as a child
Yeah.
are Suicune and Raikou. Because they are excellent in a double battle format together.
Did you see if that was special defense?
Shoot, I was not paying attention. Well, you need to get it out of there anyway, because I completely forgot that it's 4 times weak. It has a 4 times weakness to grass moves.
Okay, so Skiploom needs to moosh. Moosh.
Yes.
Get it
Moosh
right.
it.
Moosh it. And then he needs to get switched out. What do you think? Vita?
Misdreavus could use a little work.
Okay. I wish that the purple meter was on the screen.
Like most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's more important.
Or like on more of the screens,
Yeah,
I
like,
should say.
for example, the Switch screen.
Yes.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, well, you can get to it. You can get to it by pressing A on them and going to summary instead of switch.
Mm-hmm.
But that's lame.
Yeah. That is one thing. The menus in this game are...
Mm-hmm.
They're... Feels like you're, like, opening up a reference book. Like, alright, let's go to the section. It's in the 700s. It's in, you know...
Ooh, have you ever seen a player's guide in person? Like, have you ever seen one?
Yes. I've never used one, but I've seen them, and they're often pretty and interesting and pretty interesting.
Oh, I just had this rush of nostalgia, which doesn't happen to me often because, see, that's the thing about the way I've, like, the life that I've led.
Mm-hmm.
So much of it has been focused on video games, and so many of those are things that I go back and I refresh my memory on.
Mm-hmm.
Like every few years, I just go back and I'm like, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy Tactics again. And then I think like, yep, this is still Final Fantasy Tactics.
Like how people reread favorite books.
Yeah. So I don't have the absence that I think is required to create that sense of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But players' guides are just gone from my life.
Yeah.
Because why the
They're
fuck
like
would you
more
ever?
of a collector's item these days anyways.
You
And-
should switch out Skiploom because of the poison,
Yeah.
and you should switch out Misdreavus because of the low HP.
Oh, I was gonna call Skiploom.
Oh, I forgot it was in hyper mode. Yeah, you should call it.
Okay, that's what I did.
Okay.
And then Misdreavus should what?
Should be switched out for somebody.
Makuhita? I just like saying his name.
Yes,
Okay.
Makuhita should be fine.
Just to be clear, it's not strategic. I just like his name.
Makuhita is cool. I wish that I liked its evolution as much as I liked Makuhita.
He came to his senses and he's like,
Yay!
yeah! Laughy.
Well, I had Nintendo Power growing up, and my great-grandfather would also... I don't even remember if it's something that I asked for, or if he just thought to do it for me. That's one thing that I it's one of the few regrets that I have in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret a lot of stuff. I usually skip over regret and go to other emotions, other feelings. Umbreon or Espeon would be fine, either of them. I normally, and you should just knock out Shroomish with probably Cross Chop.
Wow, look at him. He has all his moves. Right on.
Actually, excuse me, I got a yawn. Cross Chop, I forgot it only has 5 PP. You should use Vital Throw instead. So one of the regrets that I have in my life is my great-grandfather was really, I think he was very tech savvy despite his advanced age. I think that if he had lived into the era of the internet and home computers, I think he would have gotten it, you know?
He would have been one of those 90-year-old granddads with the smartphone with all the apps.
Yes, and would have
using them well.
There was a Game Gear in my great-grandparents' house, which at the time, it was a competitor for the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
It was roughly equivalent, I would say, to the Game Boy Advance, but years before the Game Boy Advance. It was in color, It sounded great, and it also ran on like 8 AA's, I think, or something crazy. It was insane. It was this big, huge brick. It was like the size of the Wii U gamepad almost. It was a very silly device. But he got it, I think, kind of for himself. Like, I played it, I think, much more than he did. But it was definitely, like, it was not mine.
It was his because he thought it was cool.
I think so. Like, even if you bought it with me playing it in mind, it didn't go home with me. It was in a case that was in his office, and I had to ask specifically if I could play it.
So...
And it's because it was, like, the powerful handheld. It was... a couple of generations ago, it was the difference between buying, like, an Xbox 360 and, like, the PS3. So what?
I'm not really sure what Flaffy can take.
You can take a secret power.
Okay. How do you know that?
The secret power isn't very strong because its type doesn't match Umbreon's. Mach&Kita should probably just continually use focus energy and then never actually attack.
Okay.
And I think I saw before that it confused a Pokemon. Yeah, it inflicts. It has a chance of inflicting confusion in this environment. So, one of the things that I regret in life is not knowing more about why my great-grandfather was interested and how he knew. I don't think that I asked for an N64. I'm pretty sure he conspired with my dad and they just bought it for me.
Oh, that's love right there.
I don't think I asked for Nintendo Power or for the optional extra strategy guides that you would order. And this was a situation where, like, my mom didn't know enough about gaming to not... She would purchase me garbagey poop games like McDonald's Treasure... is it Treasure Adventure Land or Treasure Land Adventure? Treasure poop ad commercial, garbage, suck, awful, hate it. It's the worst.
Dangerous fast food commercialism, the game.
Yes. It just... it was not a kind thing to do as a parent, buying a food commercial, the game.
Yeah.
Over Echo the Dolphin, which is the game that I wanted. So that's what she did, but without me...
Without knowing what you needed.
This is going to sound rude because this is like insulting like basic reading skills, but I mean that I just reporting what I observed, you know? My grandfather could look at my copy of Banjo-Kazooie, discern the title, and be like, I'm gonna get him the strategy guide for this. And my mom would be like, wait, which one? Final Fantasy what now? You want Final Fantasy Tactics Advance? And then I'd wind up with another copy of Final Fantasy IX for the PlayStation.
Yeah, how many games could possibly have the word fantasy in it?
Yeah, how many Final Fantasies could there possibly be? Oh boy. Catch it. Catch it with a Pokeball.
Hear that, universe? Rosmask for luck. See how that works out.
Focus energy.
Yeah.
Cross chop, bam! One dead Flappy.
Don't joke. I have made flubs like that before.
These lamb chops are a little tingly.
Oh, I think my sarcasm helped. No, I'm just kidding.
And now we have a Pokemon that will probably be able to inflict paralysis, and another that will soon be able to inflict sleep. So the game just got quite a bit easier. And she recovered quickly.
Yeah, well, she's a street performer. I think she might have been a little dramatic. But she's... Oh. Shadow Rush? Oh.
That is...
That's not true.
I suspect you... What? No, it's true.
Huh? It's not easy to use.
It's not easy for us to use because we're not dirty, awful street performers that somebody's poisoned.
Yeah.
We're not awful street performers without any regard for our Pokemon safety.
I have regard for my Pokemon safety. God damn it. I like naturally loop around that side of the desk.
Try talking to Johnson and see if he'll heal your Pokemon for you.
Hey, Johnson.
Thanks, Johnson. Try talking to the chief and see if he'll heal your Pokemon for you.
Ah.
Damn it, Skiploom.